From the mountains to the coast, a new Kenya is being built, which is bold, modern, and unstoppable. Across the country, massive projects are transforming how people move, work, and live. From the Nairobi Expressway connecting Nairobi to the highlands, to the reborn Nairobi Railways hub redefining city travel for many Kenyans, than the Dongo Kundu Port Corridor which is opening the gateway to the Indian Ocean. These are just 3 of 10 mega projects shaping Kenya's tomorrow. Join us as we explore the vision, the scale, and the people behind Kenya's transformation. First up, the Kenya Standard Gauge Railway embarks on a new chapter. Stretching west from Naivasha through Kisumu and onward to Malaba at the Uganda border. This new line will link Western Kenya directly to the port of Mombasa, making the movement of goods faster, cheaper, and safer. The project is expected to cost about $3.5 billion, which translates to roughly 450 billion Kenyan shillings. Kenya plans to fund it through a mix of the Railway Development Levy, government allocations, and international partnerships. Kenya Railways Corporation and the Ministry of Roads and Transport are leading the project, working closely with regional partners in Uganda and South Sudan. A new feasibility study launched this year is reviewing the Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba route to confirm technical designs and funding needs. Construction is expected to begin once financing is finalized, with early works and tendering likely in 2026.
This SGR project is eventually supposed to go all the way to Malaba border to join together, because it's not a Kenyan project alone, it's an East Africa project, to join together with what our brothers are doing in Uganda, and then to Rwanda, to Congo, and make our African trade become successful.
The former CS comments show the government's plan to unite neighboring countries in order to speed up progress. The earlier SGR faces Mombasa to Nairobi opened in 2017, and the Naivasha extension in 2019 have already changed Kenya's transport system. Once the new Western line is complete, it will boost trade, reduce road damage, and open investment opportunities across the lake region. Next we look at the Nairobi-Mau Summit Dual Carriageway project, a major new highway in Kenya designed to improve travel and trade across the Rift Valley. The road stretches from Nairobi in Nakuru County to Mau Summit and is planned as a 6-lane dual carriageway. The total cost is about 90 billion Kenyan shillings, or roughly $690 million. The project aims to reduce congestion, shorten travel times, and open up access to Western Kenya and the Northern Corridor. The project is led by the Kenya National Highways Authority in partnership with the government, with major works planned through a public-private partnership. Works will include construction of 6,000 kilometers of roads, urban and highway roads maintenance, construction of footbridges plan, road safety projects and decongesting of highways. Contractors for the main civil works are expected to be finalized in early 2026, with local and international firms shortlisted to handle different sections. The first phase will focus on clearing, grading, and bridge works, followed by paving and drainage installation. Currently, the Nairobi-Mau Summit Road faces heavy congestion, frequent breakdowns, and poor drainage, causing delays and safety risks.
Hii barabara yenu ya kutoka Nairobi kuja Nakuru mpaka Mau Summit, na sasa nimesema sitaki ikwame Mau Summit, nataka iende Kericho, iende Kisumu, na iende Eldoret, iende Malaba.
Once upgraded, it will ease travel, boost regional connectivity, then serve as a backbone for future expansion and integration with other road networks in Kenya, making it a key part of the Northern Corridor and a model for modern highway development. Thirdly, on Kenya's big projects, we look at Nairobi Railway City. This will transform the old Central Station into a modern transport and business hub that can move thousands of people each hour. Construction on Phase 1 began in 2023, and work has focused on clearing and early civil works as planners prepare for main construction. The government got formal approval in mid-2025 to push the project forward, noting the new station must handle rising demand. The plan estimates up to 400,000 passengers daily by 2030 and 600,000 by 2045. Officials say the project will unlock land for homes, offices, and new transit links across the city. In July 2025, Kenya Railways issued an expression of interest for design and construction of the new central station and public realm, a clear sign that detailed contracting and tendering are now active, with major works expected to roll out in the next 2 to 3 years as financing and contractors are finalized. The master design was developed with Atkins UK, where the president had earlier visited for conceptual designs. The plans show 9 platforms, improved pedestrian access and integrated commuter lines, details that will shape many of the upcoming construction packages. The Nairobi Railway Central Station is expected to mainly ease city traffic and improve smooth transport connections. Building on Kenya's Vision 2030, the Dongo Kundu Special Economic Zone is rapidly moving from planning into active development. President William Ruto announced a cost of about 65 billion Kenyan shillings for the project when speaking at the coast on September 17, 2025. Lying on approximately 3,000 acres adjacent to the port of Mombasa, the SEZ will integrate industrial parks, a free port, logistics and warehousing, energy facilities and maritime services. In February 2025, the government signed a deal with the Flexim Bank for an initial tranche of 30 billion Kenyan shillings to kickstart development. Meanwhile, by August 2025, the state had resolved long-running land compensation issues, setting aside 1.4 billion Kenyan shillings for 1,648 project-affected persons, and clearing the way for investor moves into the zone. Work is now underway on support infrastructure, and site preparation are in motion, while developers are also accepting land allocations.
The conversation around the opening of this Dongo Kundu has been long and winding, but today it marks the beginning of an important step where we can now see action on the ground.
The Dongo Kundu bypass and new road network, which will enhance connectivity between the SEZ, Mombasa port, and inland transport corridors, are nearing completion, improving traffic flow and reducing congestion along the coastal corridor. Dongo Kundu is poised to drive export growth, job creation, and value-added industry at the Kenyan coast. Next, we look at the Mwache Multipurpose Dam in Kwale County. The dam, currently underway, is set to address long-standing water shortages in the Mombasa-Kwale region. The project is estimated at about 20 billion Kenyan shillings, and once complete it will supply 186,000 cubic meters of water per day, benefiting over 1 million residents and supporting agriculture. Construction began in earnest in 2023 after years of delays due to land compensation and funding. The main dam is designed as an 84-meter-high concrete gravity structure with supporting check dams, roads, and pipelines. By late 2025, catchment management works and early dam structure preparation are active, with the full project expected to be completed around 2027.
We are going to deliver water for irrigation from this dam in the next 36 months. We're going to deliver water for irrigation.
The President's remarks highlight the main importance of this project, which is to provide irrigation for the food grown. The government and the World Bank jointly fund the initiative, supported by the Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation and the Coast Water Works Development Agency. When finished, Mwache will not only provide bulk water supply but also expand irrigation on thousands of acres, create jobs, boost industrial growth, and strengthen climate resilience for the region. Another major development in progress is the Thwake Dam, is said to become the largest dam in Kenya. This multipurpose dam is now in its final construction phase at the border of Makueni and Kitui counties. Work has reached roughly 94% complete, and teams are finishing concrete works and preparing the reservoir for impoundment during the October-November 2026 rains. The African Development Bank has praised the progress and signaled additional financing to help finish Phase 1. The government says the dam will supply treated water, support irrigation for thousands of hectares, and generate about 20 megawatts of hydropower. During his last visit at the site, the president highlighted Thwake as a model for national irrigation. This brought to underlining the project's priority for the state. Local teams expect key systems, intake structures, treatment works and the power plant to be tested during the second half of 2026, with water storage and phased delivery to communities to follow soon after. When the dam is fully operational, it will supply water to over 1 million people, support farming in drought-prone areas, and create new jobs in the region. Continuing our series on Kenya's biggest projects, Konza Technopolis is now moving from plan to real, live construction. Phase 1 infrastructure was officially launched in October 2025 and teams have completed roads, water and power trunk works while housing and data center foundations are already being built. The full Konza program is large, commonly cited at about 1.2 trillion Kenyan shillings or roughly $10 billion for the complete master plan, but the government is rolling it out in stages. This is so investors and universities can move in as services come online. The Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology and the new data center partnerships are part of the early build. Then Konza now advertises parcels to tech firms and also manufacturers.
And that is just the first. We will see more of investors coming to Konza so that we can be able to use this place as the engine for growth in not just this region but in our country.
Local leaders expect several thousand jobs in the near term and tens of thousands over the next 5 years as light manufacturing and tech firms scale up. The next phase has started, and investors will continue taking plots into 2025 to 2026. More academic, research, commercial, and housing developments will be completed over the next 5 years as support increases. For an in-depth update on Konza's recent progress, view the full video on my channel. In conclusion, Konza is meant to be a living smart city, so expect continual additions, new partnerships, and more public launches in the near future. Up next, we explore the Mombasa port expansion, the next big project changing Kenya's infrastructure landscape. Kenya's Mombasa port expansion is moving quickly as the government allocates 41 billion Kenyan shillings to ease cargo pressure and reduce congestion at the coast. A key part of this work is the new berth 19B, a 240-meter quay, with reclamation and container yard upgrades being built by China Communications Construction Company. The berth package is valued at $147 million, about 19.7 billion Kenyan shillings, and is designed to add major container capacity for the port. Construction is already active. Demobilization and pile works began this year, and progress reached around 19% by late October 2025. Once complete, the expansion will cut vessel waiting times, speed up imports and exports, and strengthen regional trade. Continuing, we look at Kenya's major road projects. The Kenol Marua Road. This is a vital 60-kilometer link on the northern corridor, improving connections between Thwake, Marua, and Isiolo. Upgraded to a dual carriageway, the road boosts traffic flow, safety, and regional trade. The total cost is about $162 million or 21 billion Kenyan shillings. Managed by the Kenya National Highways Authority and built by both local and international contractors, the route passes through key agricultural and commercial towns, making it easier for farmers to reach markets and for commuters to travel. By late 2025, most works, including bridges, drainage, and tarmacking, were reported over 85% complete. Once fully opened, travel time between Kenol and Marua will be cut by nearly half. The road is expected to be fully operational in early 2026, improving safety and speeding the movement of goods across the corridor. Lastly, in Kenya's major infrastructure project, we now look at the LAPSSET corridor, a major new transport route shaping East Africa's future. Launched in 2012 at Lamu, this project connects the coast to inland markets and neighboring countries such as Ethiopia and South Sudan through a new port, highways, and planned rail and pipeline links. It is valued at about $20 billion, around 2.6 trillion Kenyan shillings. Its main goal is to ease pressure on existing transport routes, open new trade corridors, and support growth in northern and eastern Kenya. By October 2025, about 88 kilometers of the first road section from Lamu to Garissa had been completed, showing strong progress. A key milestone was also reached when Lamu Port handled its largest vessel so far, proving its growing capacity. While more work remains, recent achievements show that LAPSSET is steadily moving from vision to reality. As the sun sets over Kenya's new highways, ports, and skylines, one thing is clear: the foundation of the future is already rising. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content like this.